brother. So, all right, once again, you're welcome. But I'd just like to ask you some few questions. And the question is that number one, the person that invited you, what did he tell you that brought you down to this place? Okay, you have given me the reply, no problem. You're welcome once again. All right, the organization you find yourself right now, what we are doing is what I am about to explain to you. So, one of the things I will advise you to do is that I'd like you to put your phone on vibration or silent so that it will not cause any form of distraction. And aside from that, any question you want to ask after my explanation, when I'm done, you are permitted to ask all your 1001 questions. But right now, when I'm explaining to you, I would like you to pay attention so that you can understand better what we are doing in this organization you find yourself. So the name of this organization is called Merchants Global Resources, and we consult business for organization. But now, let me go to why you are here. But I want to believe one of the major reasons why you are here is because of money. True of us. If money is not involved, you will not be here. So even all the people you are seeing here, we are all here because if money is not involved, you will not see anybody here. Are you getting me now? Now, but the problem is that a lot of people are working to make money, yet they are not making the money. Why those that are not even working are the one making the money? Do you know why? Because there are laws that abide money making. What did I say? There are laws that abide making money. So that abides making money. We call it law of money. Law of money, or at the same time, you can call it law of finance. You can call it law of finance. We can call it law of finance. Now, we are talking about law of finance. A lot of people today, they are working hard and yes, they are not making the money. Why? Because there are law to making money. Now, the first law of finance says, we call it the law of poverty. And what does it say? Law of poverty states that if you want to be poor for the rest of your life, go and work alone. Go and work what? Alone. Why the second law, which we call it the law of wealth? The law of wealth says if you want to be wealthy for the rest of your life, do the opposite. Don't work alone. Instead, work with people. Work with people. Now, for you to now understand better what I'm trying to explain in this place, now I'm going to use this. We call it cash flow quadrant. Is a way people are making money all over the whole world. If you are not on this side of the quadrant, you will be at this side of the quadrant. If you are not here, you'll be here. If you are not here, you'll be here. If you are not here, you'll be here. Now, we have 95% of people at the left-hand side of this quadrant, and we have 5% of people at the right side of this quadrant. Now, making this what? 100%. Now, to these people that are here, if I'm to ask you a question now, my brother, between the poor and the rich in your area, which one carries the highest percentage? The poor. Do you know why? The reason is because these people are poor because all their life they believe in working alone. And when you work alone, you can never make it in life. It's the opposite that these people that are here. It's the opposite that these people that are here that are rich. It's the opposite they are doing. They work with people. They work with what? People. They work with people. They work with people. Now, who are these people at the left side? Who are these people on the right side? The first of all, we have them, we call them the E. The second one at the S. The third at the B. And the fourth one at the I. Now, the first of all, we call them the employee. They are called what? Employee. Who are employee? Employee are people that all their life they believe in job. After school, the next thing is to look for job. And when they are working, at the end of the month, they are entitled to what? Salary. Anybody collecting salary can never make it in life. Do you know why? The reason is because the money they are collecting is a fixed amount of money. And when the money you are collecting is fixed, automatically everything about your life will be fixed. Because it's this salary that will determine when you eat, when to sleep, when to do anything you want to do. Anything you want to do will be circulating around this salary. That's why go and see top 1 million people that are working collecting salary. You never find richest person among them. The richest person in the whole world, you never see a salary earner there. Top 100 richest people in the whole world, they are not salary earner. I get what I'm saying now. Why? Because the salary they are collecting is limited. Automatically their life is
limited. Another thing again about these people is that they complain of time. They don't always have time for themselves. You have some people, they work from Sunday to Sunday, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They don't have time for themselves. They don't have time for their family, talk less of having time for God. This is one of the things that affect people that do salary work. Secondly is freedom. They don't always have freedom. Anything they want to do, they must collect permission. And brother, must I collect permission because I want to go and see my wife at the hospital trying to give birth? Must I collect permission to go and see my dad? These people, they don't have what? Freedom. The third one is these people, they are not making money. They are not doing what? They are not making money. Though there are some people, they have time, they have freedom, but they have problem with money. E.g., like people that are doing salary work, factory work, they always do shift, abi? Morning or night, they do shift, but go and look at them, how much are they collecting? Part of you that have time and freedom, they don't make money. Part of them are teachers. Why there are some people again, they don't have this time, they don't have this freedom, but they are making money. There are some people that work in oil sectors. There are some people that work in some big firms. Some people that work in banking, some top officials in bank. They don't always have this time and freedom to spend this money. These are the life of what? Of salary earner. 3 things is bound to happen to them. We call it 3 realities of salary earner. The first one is that factor will cause them to resign. How? Imagine somebody collecting 30,000 naira and is spending more than 50,000 naira every single month. That's a debt of how much? 20,000 naira. My brother, if you're in that shoe, will you continue or you leave the work? You will leave it. When you now hear a place where they are paying 32,000 naira, you might want to go for the job. Please, what is the difference between 30,000 and 32,000 naira? 2,000 naira difference. You that you are even having a debt of over 20,000 naira, you are going for a job of 32,000 naira. I get on. There are so many factors that make them to resign. Family responsibility is part of it. Tribalism, sexual harassment. No, these are part of the factors that affect them. The second one that affects a salary earner, the second R, we call it resign. We call it retrenchment. Retrenchment, or the second one is called, another name for it is called sack. Come by 8, you are coming by 9. Come by 8, you are coming by. Your guy does not want to know whether you stay nearby or you are staying far away. As far as I say resume by 8, you don't resume by 8. You want it the first time, second time, third time. The fourth time, what will you do? He will sack you. Or once they find something that can do that work that you are doing better, they will replace you. It is called retrenchment. It is called what? Retrenchment. So what am I saying? Retrenchment simply means anything you are doing, and if they find something that can do the work better, you will be replaced. Take for example, look at the banking sectors. Before the introduction of ATM machines, we have a lot of people have staff that are working in the bank. But once the introduction of ATM machine come on board, a lot of people were retrenched. In short, as we speak today, we have an automated teller machine today that is even, you can make deposits, and from that deposit, they don't even need a lot of people again. There are so many banks today, they are practicing that when you enter the bank, you just see 2 or 3 people inside bank. Why? Because we now have ATM machine that are paying people, workers. Imagine you have a company and you produce chalk. You now employ 10 staff and they are producing chalk of 1,000 naira, 1,000 chalks every day. And you were introduced to a particular machine that can produce 10,000 chalk in a day. Please, my brother, what will you do? Answer that. So that is what we call retrenchment, replacement, another word for it. You'll be replaced once they find something that can do that work better than you do. Now the third one that also happen to people that are salary earners, the third one is what we call retirement. Now we're talking about retirement. Retirement simply means, it's like time for you to sit down and enjoy what you have labored for many years. But imagine someone that started work at the age of 30 years and work for a company for a good 35 years. How old is he? That's 65 years. Now, he started the work at 30 years and he worked for 35 years. The company will now call him, Mr. Lagbaja, you have worked for us for good 35 years. It's high time for you to sit down and enjoy what you have been laboring for many years. But there is one thing I need to let you know. Once this man stop working, the income stop coming. True of us. The answer is here. And now, at this position, this man might have a lot of children in the university. Some might be in secondary school, some might be in university, some are even trying to graduate. Now, if this man stop working, where will he keep seeing money to feed his family? That's where you now see this kind of elderly people like this. They will now start going in search for a job hunt. Why? Because once they stop coming, the money stop coming. Once they stop working, rather, the money stop coming. And you know the problem? The responsibility keep increasing. And that's why we have many of them today. They are securities in some different companies. Many of them today, they are taxi drivers. Many of them today, they are cab riders. Why? Because a responsible man or a responsible father will always want to cater for his children's responsibility. This is the life of someone who is doing salary work. And do you know the funniest part? They always have a good beginning, but they always have a bad ending. You might not believe what I'm saying, but let me ask you a question. Look at the people in your area, or look at the people in your own very family that are retirees. The kind of life they are living presently, do you love it? If the answer is yes, then whatever thing they are doing, go and do it. What come of them at the end will come of you. And if you don't love it, what they do, don't do it. Automatically, what happens to them will not happen to you. This is the life of people that are doing salary work. Now, some people understand that, they rush down to S, which is the self-employed. Now, when I'm talking about self-employed is of two categories. What do I mean? Now, it's of two categories. The first set of people, we call them the shop owners. And the second set of people, we call them the specialists. Now, who are the shop owners? Shop owners are people that own a shop. Now, let me tell you something. If you don't know, I want you to know today. Anything you are doing that require your presence to be there before you make money, that thing can never bring you success. You can only eat, clothes, and feed your family. But talking of achieving great success, forget about it. Why? Because a shop owner, his or her presence is required before he or she makes money. I get what I'm saying now. And another thing about them is that they only make money in one way. Their income is in one way, but they spend money in diverse way. From that same shop, they sell, they did not sell, they will pay for transport when they are going back home. They sell, they did not sell, they will pay for shop rent, they will pay for NEPA bill, house rent, their children's school fees, all contribution, money for clothes, money for feeding, money for this, money for that. As long as the shop is their only source of income, they would have spent the profit and tamper with the capital, and before you know it, the shop will result to loss. That is why maybe you don't get what I'm saying. Look at your area. There are so many shops right now, as we speak right now, they have closed them down. True or false? Look at your area also. There are some shops right now, they are just opening. Now, those people that just open their shop, they don't know that what those ones did is what they also do. So automatically, what happened to those people is what will happen to you. I get what I'm saying now. Maybe you don't understand again. Let me also open your eyes to something. You will see some people at the top of their shop. You will see Emeka Barbing Salon. Enter there, they are selling provision. Or you will see Emeka supermarket and store. Enter there. What are they doing? They are selling foods there. Why? There is a meaning to that. Emeka, who was once a barber or a supermarket store selling supermarket, was once there, but he has gone bankrupt. Money has finished. He cannot continue the business again. Before you know it, he had to leave there. But the person that want to rent the shop does not care. He continues using the shop like that. Why? So what happened to Emeka, automatically it will surely happen to that person. I get what I'm saying now. The shop is going nowhere, but the people inside there, they will keep changing. Look at your area. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody is doing anybody anywhere. Nobody is doing anybody from village. Before you know, you hear some people, they say, and they have told me not to collect shop in this place. So person have told me, nobody is doing you. It is what you are doing that is doing you. That is the life of what? Of shop owners. Anything you must do that require, anything you want to do or anything you are doing that is making you money and require your presence before you make money, forget about success. This is the life of shop owner. The second set of people we call them the specialists. Who are specialists? Specialists are people that have handwork. Me, I get my own work. I get my own handwork. I be tailor, I be barber, I be fashion designer, I be this, I be that. Whichever the handwork may be, I don't want to know. But let me let you know one thing today. If you have come of age and there is a new technology, trust me, either you believe it or not, that work will surely disappoint you. So if you are a specialist, that is just the truth and the reality of it. Once you have come of age and there is a new technology that has come to town, forget about that work. The work will disappoint you. In other words, you will become outdated. You will expire. I can give you series of examples. I can give you a lot of examples. Number one, let's talk about television repairers. In those days, around 90s, what kind of television are we using? We are using black and white. Around 2000, that was when color television came on board. And as of 2020, we started using what? Plasma TV. Oh yeah, tell me, in your own house, which one do you have? You have plasma. Now imagine now your plasma now add a little fault. I want you to reason with this. So your plasma add a little fault. There is two men that learn television repairing. The first one learned his own work around 90s, and the second one learned his own work around 2022. Which one will you give? Which among the two will you give your plasma to repair for you? 2022. Why? Because why can't you give it to this man? Because he is old school. He learns his own work, and when he learns his own work, there is nothing like plasma television. What will now happen to this man of 1990? The source of income will do what? Will stop. This guy now will be reigning. He will be making money now. True of us. But do you not know that as we speak right now, we now have a Android television. Android television, you can collect something. You can collect an app or a video from your phone to the television, and from the television to your phone. Now, someone that does not know about software, can he repair that kind of television? That's number one. In those days, so another example, in the days of phones, we are using button phone around 90s. True of us. We are using button phone. We are using landline, whereby you need to press it. You are using landline around 90s. Secondly, around 2000, that was where we started using handsets. As at 2020, now we are using what? Smartphone. In your hand, which one do you have? Smartphone. Imagine your smartphone now had a little fault. You have two man again. 1990, 2010. Who will give the phone to repair? 2020. Why didn't you give it to that man? Imagine. Technology is collecting job from a lot of people. Technology is making a lot of people become outdated. These are the life of specialists. There are many examples. Look at Taylor. In those days, they used sewing machine, true of us. But the people that are making money today are people that are doing weaving machine. They weave, they design. Designers that designs on clothes are the ones that are making a lot of money today. You now want to design your clothes. You have two man that learns work in 90s, and the one that learns work in 2022. Who will you give your clothes to design for you? 2022. Even if you give it to that man of 1990, you will still have to go and give it to the guy of 2022 to help him design. So 50% or 70% of the money goes to the designer. And you know the funniest part, all these men of 1990, they will never come and learn under their children's children. They will never want to come and learn under the guy that does his own work around what? 2022. What has happened to them? They have become outdated. Now, these two people here at this side of the quadrant, of the poor quadrant, they are poor because all their life they are working alone. My brother, my sister, can a tree make a forest? The answer is no. So why will you not trying to gather wealth with your own personal efforts? For a forest to be made, a bunch of trees, combination of trees, different trees have to come together to build up the place, to make it a forest. These are the things the people at this 5% side of the quadrant, they understand. They know if they must make it in life, their own personal effort is never enough. If they must make it, their own personal effort is never enough. These 5% of people, they understand it very well that if they must make it in life, their own personal effort is never enough. And I will give you a series of examples that you and I know. I get what I'm saying now. Now, who are these big business owners? There are people you and I knows. I get what I'm saying now. Now, let's take for example, we all know of Dangote, true of us. We know of Facebook, true of us. We know of MTN, true of us. And we know of churches, even mosques. I just give examples of that. Now, someone once said, winners, they don't do different things. They do the same thing in a different way. I repeat, winners, they don't do different things. They do the same thing in a different way. Now, let me now bring it down like this. Rich people, people that are making impact, people that are making money, people that are wealthy, they don't do different things. They do the same thing in a different way. Dangote, Facebook, MTN, churches, mention them. They don't do different thing. They all do the same thing, but in a different way. That's my number one. Number two, again, you also need to understand, if you must make it in this life, you need two things. And this is some of the secrets the rich people understand. What are the two things? Number one, for you to make it in life, you need a product. You need what? A product. And secondly, you need people. If you have these two things, forget about it. You are successful. That will make me to connect it to Dangote, Facebook, MTN, and the likes. Now, Dangote has products, true or false? True. Who are using it? People. Facebook has a service that he render. He's making communication to become more easier, true or false? And that Facebook app is his product. Please, who are using it? People. MTN render service. Talk is free. God gave us word to talk for free. But some people are collecting money from us just by what? By talking. They have a service they rendered, and who are using it? People. So if it's either you have a product or service you rendered, I guess what I'm saying now, if you must make it, it's either you have a product or service you render and people. These are the two things you need if you must make it. I guess what I'm saying now. Look at churches, look at mosques. Once you accept Christ as your Lord and personal Savior, they will add it to the list. You become a member. You are added to the numbers. And before you know it, it goes a long way to them. I get what I'm saying now. Pure water is free. Pure water is short. Pure water, as small as pure water is, if one person is allowed to produce pure water, is a billionaire. I get what I'm saying now. But water is free. And you cannot drink the water in your gutter. You cannot drink the water in your canal. But some people went extra mile, dig a hole, bring out water from underground, treat it, and call it pure water. And today, call it pure bottled water. And today, me and you, we are buying it. I get what I'm saying now. So if you must make it, you need a product, and you also need a product or service, and you also need people. There is no how. If you vex that I don't want to use Dangote product, I lie. I don't want to know. I don't want to know as far as you are in Nigeria. If you vex I don't want to use Dangote product, you don't want to use Dangote product, and you want to go and buy buns. Please, what did they use to do buns? Flour, sugar, salt. In short, Dangote produce flour, sugar, salt. You vex. You don't want to use Dangote. You don't want to use Dangote products. You don't want to use anything that pertains to Dangote. My brother, my sister, if your pikin see advertisement of Dangote Indomie, you have not experienced children crying before. If they cry for your head until you buy them the product, in one way or the other, these people, they have either a product or service that is what is essential for everybody every day. It is called EEE. Essential for everybody. You cannot do without it. I don't want to know. Facebook, you can't do without it. You now say you don't want to use Facebook. Facebook on WhatsApp. Oh yeah, talk another thing. You don't want to use WhatsApp. You are using Messenger. You don't want to use WhatsApp. You are using Instagram. I get what I'm saying. So these people, they have created a product and service that if you don't like one, you will like the other. If you don't like Facebook, if you are not a fancy, or if you are not a someone that loves Facebook a lot, I bet you will love WhatsApp. But Facebook owns WhatsApp. I get what I'm saying now. So these people, they understand deeply that if they must make it, they need a product and service they should be rendering, and people behind their success. These are what these people that are big business owners understand. But there are some things they now possess. These are what they understand. But if you must become like them, you must possess these qualities. Now, number one is what we call huge capital. What did I say? If you don't have more than 500 million, you can't be part of them. Secondly, it is someone that that has money that will think of building a company. True or false? It's someone that has a company that will think of producing a product. True or false? And it's someone that has products that will think of employing people to work for him. You can call it either a team or what? Or workers. Now let me tell you some secret of these people. These people, once they have make money, they will produce a product. Imagine, let me tell you something. They will use our own money to produce a product that we will still use our own money to buy. You don't get? They will go to the bank to go and loan money, borrow our own money from the bank to produce a product for us that we will still use our own money to do what? To buy. And that's what we call OPM. They use other people's money. These are what they understand. OPM, other people's money. I give a typical example of Dangote. I want to believe you know Dangote. Now look at this man called Dangote. Dangote has a company called Dangote Cement, and I bet you he has more than 1,000 workers. Just for a case study, let us mean that he has 1,000 workers that are working for him every single day. Resume by 8, close by 4. How many hours is that? That's good 8 hours. Dangote has more than 1,000 workers, but just for a case studies. Now, if each workers are using 8 hours in Dangote's company, 8 hours times 1,000 workers, that's how many hours? 8,000 hours. And God gave us how many hours? 24 hours. How will you compare an achievement of a man using 8 hours to a man using 8,000 hours? Is it comparable? No. There are some things they understand. I'm still coming to that. That is why you see that today they are the richest people in the whole world. When you are sleeping, somebody is using Facebook. When your own data has finished, somebody just started using his own data to log in. Every single minute, every single day, they are making money. Those ones that are working for Dangote now using 8 hours. I get what I'm saying now. Let's look at what will happen. In any organization you are working, you are entitled to 10%. You are entitled to what? So I don't want to know the amount you are collecting. You are collecting 1 million, it's 10%. You are collecting 200,000, it's 10%. You are collecting 300,000, it's 10%. You are collecting 30,000, I pity you, 10%. Collecting 20,000, I pity you, 10%. You are collecting 50,000, 10%. You are collecting 100,000, 10%. You collecting 100,000, your 100% is 1 million. Because it is a law in every organization that every of their staff should be paid 10% of their work of their work or for their effort. It's not your father's company. You are not there when they started the operation. So you are entitled to what? 10%. Imagine someone that is now working and his effort in that organization worth 300,000 naira. Surely the 10% is how much? 30,000 naira. Minus the rest, we are left with 270k. Imagine Dangote now making 270k on one man's head times 1,000 workers. Do the calculation yourself. That's roughly 270 million naira. In one single month, one man is making 270 million. And in one single month, one man is making 30,000 naira. Please, who will be complaining of house rent? 30,000 naira earner. Who will be complaining of NEPA bill? 30,000 naira earners. Someone collecting 30,000. Who will be complaining of feeding? Who will be complaining of this? Who will be complaining of that? Is the person collecting 30,000? What do you now think Dangote will do? After Dangote have accumulated this kind of money, the next thing that will come to his mind is to build another company. Once he builds another company, the next thing is what? He will produce another product. Once he produces another product, he employ more workers. You see now, because you know that once he employ more workers, what is that for him again? It is more money, and that's how it keeps going. More money. After he makes more money, the next thing again is what? He build another company. That's why you can see today we now have a Dangote group of company. Same Dangote producing rice, same Dangote producing flour, same Dangote producing salt, same Dangote producing sugar, same Dangote producing a lot of things. In short, if they give that man an opportunity, he will produce human being. Do you know why? If he has the power, but he does not have the power. Same Dangote is producing, he is about to launch a petroleum plant. Same Dangote. I guess I'm saying now, these are what the rich understand. Facebook has made a lot of money to the extent that today now they are giving us 20 megabytes free of charge. They are giving us back today. Facebook has amassed a lot of fortune that today he has no other option than to buy WhatsApp. Today he has no other option than to buy Instagram. Today he has no other option than to buy Messenger. Imagine. These are what these people understand. When those people we call the big business owner, you can't work alone and make it. You can't work alone and become wealthy. You need either a product and service you render, or you need product and service to render, product to sell, or service to render, and secondly, you need people. These are the secret to wealth. These are the secrets to wealth. I repeat, these are the secrets to wealth. Product or service and what? People. When these people have now make a lot of money, the next thing they will now do, they will come down and become an investor. They become what? An investor. It is big business owners that later become what? An investor. I pity you that you take your 30,000, 40,000, say you want to go and invest in so thing. You are not an investor. You are just wasting your money. An investor are people that will send money and errand, and money will still come back with money. Imagine example, they might go to a particular site, a particular village, a particular community, buy more than 100 acres of land, buy a lot of acres of land, and they will leave it to mature for 5 years, 10 years, if possible 15 years. And you know funniest part, by the time they want to sell it, a land they bought at the rate of 500 million naira, after 15 years, will they still sell it as 500 million naira? The money they might be generating billions of naira from there. These are what we call investors. They invest into something that later it will bring them a huge profit. This is what we talk. So in our own organization, I guess now, ask yourself, in which of these quadrants do you think you belong? Are you in the E quadrant, an employee? My brother, my sister, no amount of money they can pay you that can satisfy your needs. No amount of money they can pay you that can make you to achieve your dreams. And the end is always worse than the beginning. Is it self-employed? Anything you do that requires your parents to make money, forget it. No success. Take it or leave it. A time will come, if you say you have an handwork, that handwork will disappoint you. I've seen several people today, they have an handwork, but yet they are still looking for job. What should we say of somebody that is an hairdresser? Inside that hairdresser shop, you see he's selling pure water. Inside hairdresser shop, you see him, he's selling coke. Inside hairdresser, you see him, he's selling biscuits. Why? Because if hairdresser no come, at least let me have something that I'm making money. A shop that you have, lock it down for 3 months, will you make money? You see it now. So we know, ask yourself, which quadrant do you belong and which quadrant do you want to belong? That is a great question. But we as Ventures Global Resources, we know you don't have the money. A lot of people have the dream, but they don't have the money. Because it is someone that have money that will think of building a company, producing a product, and employing people. So our company now say, don't worry about this money. I guess now, don't worry about this company. We already have a ready-made company for you. I guess now that the only thing you just need to do is to partner and start utilizing all their resources. Don't worry about the product. There's also a ready-made product for you. The only thing you need to worry is how you can create your own team. I can create your own what?